Why marketing your daycare may feel difficult post-pandemic. Welcome to another video. So this week we're going to focus on why it may feel as though what you used to do before the pandemic hit, when it came to marketing or advertising your daycare, isn't necessarily working right now to grow or to get more clients in your program. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I suggest that you click the notification button as well as subscribe to the channel if you want to be able to learn marketing that is going to help you grow your daycare. I post these videos every single week, so make sure that you are staying updated. So let's start talking about why it feels more difficult now to advertise your program and to really get the word out or to grow it or to stay fully booked when you did not necessarily have this issue a few years ago. I hear this a lot inside my marketing agency when I'm working with clients. They'll say, I used to put a post up on Facebook, or I used to print out some flyers, give my nephew some money, and then he would go in the neighborhood and pass them around, and there you go, my daycare was fully booked. That's all I needed to do. And now, post-pandemic, I'm trying to do the same things, and guess what? It's not working. So I wanted to discuss a few things, why that is, and to really walk you through a few reasons you may be feeling that, and some things you can do instead to make sure that you are, consistently growing or reaching more families when it comes to your advertising, using strategies that are working right now in a digital economy. Okay. So the first thing I want to mention is post-pandemic life is different in some cases, right? In some aspects, I should say, than before the pandemic. So things like our habits, right? Habits have changed. People have shifted more towards the online space, shopping, learning, right? For a while there, we were doing everything online. So the world has really shifted more towards the online space. Schools, learning, grocery shopping, working from home full time, right? These are all things that most probably the families in your community are experiencing right now, which means that their routines have shifted, right? Life doesn't necessarily look the same as it did a few years ago for some families. And it's really important for you to kind of understand that and to plan your marketing or your advertising according to that. Leveraging flyers and putting them up in your grocery store, for example, may have worked before. But if you know that most clients are hanging around online or they're doing their shopping online, you have to be able to meet them where they're at. It's no secret that the world has definitely shifted more towards the online space, right? A digital economy. And if you were not okay or comfortable leveraging that post-pandemic, you better get comfortable doing it right now, because this is how the world has shifted. More and more businesses have gone online much more. And that's really important when you're thinking about, well, how can I get more clients in my business? How can I get more eyeballs or more traffic on my website or my post? I feel as though no one knows that I exist. There's a few things you can do. Again, these things are focusing on the online space, okay? So things like making sure that you are consistent with social media. Maybe you want to leverage some money for Facebook ads, making sure that you have a website that's optimized. So when a local mom and dad is actively searching on Google for a daycare or childcare, then your website pops up. So if you never focused on things like this before, now is the time to really double down and get cracking on SEO, your website, getting found on Google, getting found on local search engines, making sure that everything is mobile friendly, because at least 80% of your clients are on their mobile devices throughout the day, okay? And also obviously leveraging things like Facebook and Instagram and video marketing and making sure that you're consistently showing up, because I think it's 87% of families are online all day long, scrolling and shopping and looking for things and working. So you want to be able to place your business in front of them, okay? So that's the first step. Really get comfortable with digital marketing, the digital space, and making sure that you are positioning your business or your brand in front of your ideal clients in your community. Second thing I want to talk about is increased competition. So there's more home daycares, virtual preschools that have popped up throughout the last few years. So you may not have, let's say, competition with larger centers, but competition is still a real thing. And with more and more choices, you want to make sure that you are standing out with your services, your offers, what you stand for, your curriculum. And that's really important as well. Just trying to run a program and blending in and doing what everybody else is doing may not be cutting it anymore. And especially post-pandemic, clients are eager to find something that kind of connects with them at a different level. So you have to do your research. You really have to up level your marketing game and really get clear on why should someone say yes to me if they have so many other choices in the community. Why should they say yes to me? And think about things that you can offer. Think about services and products or special classes or things that you can add to really stand out from your competition, right? And once you figure that out, once you figure out kind of where you fill in the gap in your community, then it's so much easier for you to create content or to share about them on social media, right? Because you know exactly what sets you apart. If you're just doing the same old thing you were doing a few years back, you're going to get lost in the shuffle somewhere, okay? So make sure that you know competition is a real thing and make sure that you're doing some simple market research to figure out how you can fill in the gap, offer things that your competition is not offering, for example, okay? And lastly, digital marketing and online presence. Again, I can't stress this enough that getting comfortable with creating content, leveraging video marketing, IG reels, and trying to consistently show up in the feeds of moms and dads is so important. Yes, your website is important, and maybe you want to print out some flyers if you want to, but I would strongly suggest that whatever you're doing now when it comes to social media content, double down on it and make sure that you are showing up every single day online, sharing about your program, adding value, sharing about your curriculum, what makes you special, what makes you unique, leveraging videos, going live, sharing testimonials or reviews from happy clients, and make sure that you are always staying top of mind or in the feed of moms and dads that you want to have in your program. The world has shifted to the online space, so trying to market in a way that we used to 5 years ago is not going to work anymore. And the daycares and childcare business owners that are understanding that are the ones that are thriving, and those that are still stuck in the I don't want to do live or I'll just post some flyers in my grocery store. Those are the ones that are struggling. So we need to kind of snap out of that mentality and really get comfortable with the online space. And again, it might be scary, or you might feel as though you're not good enough, or you just don't know what you're doing. That's okay. Nobody does at the beginning, but you just need to stay consistent and make sure that you're showing up and really just sharing about your program where our clients are hanging around, and that's really, really important. And if you do that, I promise you're going to start to, you're going to start to see that you're reaching more families, your platforms are going to start growing, people are going to start connecting with you, DMing you. But it does take time and consistency, but I promise you that if you implement these things, it's going to feel easier advertising or growing your business post-pandemic. So listen, if you are a home daycare provider and you are struggling with social media, digital marketing, you have no idea what all this means, maybe you're a child of the 90s like I am and you didn't grow up with all of this, but you know that it's a real deal and you really need to be more online, you just don't know how to do it. I actually have a marketing membership that I call the Childcare Business Hub. We have social media that is done for you. We have graphics, promo videos, as well as marketing training to really help you up-level your marketing game and show up on a completely different level so that you can blow all your competition out of the water. The support community, lesson plans. I mean, we have a lot of amazing training inside the membership. If you want to get some more information, I'm going to put the link somewhere underneath this video. Go ahead, click on that. And as always, I hope that this video blesses you and your business. I'll see you guys next week.